What's going on, people? Hey. Yeah, I guess I'm doing an interview for
for my YouTube channel, Street Smart, and your name is
Bones. They call me Bones on the street. I'm not telling you my gubby because, you know,
that's good.
I'm not a fool. I'm not going to tell the internet my real name, but everyone probably knows me already. Bones MacGyver.
Okay, and did you grow up around here, Bones?
I'm from Midland. Yeah, I grew up here. I was born in Midland Hospital.
You've lived
I've lived all over the place, though. I live in Toronto, fucking Hamilton. Watch my language there, geez. Try to keep PG. I lived in Ottawa, Hamilton, lived in Toronto, lived in Scarborough a lot, East York. Where else? All over the place. Aurelia, Barrie, a few places. But I always come back here. It's like a magnet, a shit magnet, right?
Yeah, it is.
Here, my family's here. I have kids and stuff, actually. So for the past 16 years, I was with the same woman.
How many kids do you have?
I have 3 children. I've got an 18-year-old autistic boy with a different woman, and then with the woman that I stayed with for 16 years, we've got a 4-year-old little girl and a boy who's almost 11. And so I've been there for them. So I don't leave the area. I won't go too far.
Okay, and you're staying at the guest house right now?
I'm kicked out because I gave some guy CPR. So I revived the dude. I gave him naloxone. He dropped from fentanyl using.
Yeah.
And, I could tell something was up. He just went, he made a weird sound, and we were talking, and all of a sudden he just dropped. So I ran and grabbed naloxone because I carry it with me everywhere. And I had it in my bag. I gave him 2 naloxones, and I fucking shouted for this. My language there. I shouted for the staff to help me to get him 911. Someone's overdosing. Help me get him out of the bed. The guy had a personal grudge, and he knew me from the past, and we partied together and stuff. So I don't know why, but he kicked me out the next day. I got kicked out. I went back. It was the middle of winter too. It was cold, and I was like, "What? I'm discharged for what?" I'm like, "Yo, too much information. First of all, don't be talking about that discharge." And I'm what? I'm kicked out.
Yeah.
And they're like, you know what I mean? They didn't like that too much that I woke him up. I'm like, well, you were high too. They said, and I'm like, okay, where's my official papers here?
Yeah.
The rules don't say you can't be high, number one. Number two, I'm not going to admit to anything being high at all, whether I was or not. That's none of their business, because nobody there is sober, and that's not a rule to break. You can't bring drugs in there, right? So I don't know what happened, or if somebody insinuated that I gave it to him or what, but I got kicked out for being high too. And the staff director is actually an old my ex-girlfriend. It was her best friend, so I grew up with her, and she's punched me in the face full hard, fucking hard. Had black guys try to jump me, and I fucking fought them and shit. And in jail, I ended up beating up with 10 people from the staff director, the guest house. Yeah, staff director. She sent some freaking gangster guys after me, and I met up with them in jail later on too.
Okay.
Hey, you remember me?
Yeah.
I reminded them who I was, and they were like, "What?"
Give us a good message for the young people.
I don't
for the
give
young
good
people to not follow our footsteps.
Yeah, you know what? There's no way that you can not land in this spot. Anyone can land in this spot, dude.
Especially 2024, right?
Well, I'm 40 years old, and I was homeless when I was 19 by choice. Kind of just run away from home, being wanted by the police, doing things like that, and went down to Toronto. Had a great old time because I'd already been to jail there, and I met all kinds of gangsters there, and I knew the streetcars and the TTC and stuff.
Yeah,
because I learned that when I was at the halfway place, right?
Yeah.
So I just learned the city, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna stay here with my girlfriend, who happened to be a staff at this place I was at. Yeah, and she lived at Church and Wells.
Right on. So
we partied a lot, and yeah.
Don't follow our steps,
Dude,
keep your head up and stay away from the drugs, man.
Well, I was going to say, don't shack up with a girl that's going to kick you out of nowhere.
All right.
Make sure you have a savings.
Right on, Vaughn.
Yeah, man.
All right. Nice to meet you.